melding of minds. Black substance, black dot. Vent to black. The melding of minds. What is that? Why is that important? The black is the matter, is the voice, the vortex which we create out from. So I create out of nothing. And that means that there is just basically empty space, which I think I fill up. But basically, this space is and was always empty. It's just a realm of ideas. It's an image, an imagination, a masquerade. And this gets also into mind control. This gets into clubs. This gets into societies, into secrets and sacreds and elixirs and excrements. And it's basically only what you or I produce, all chemically, as a substance which would be called milk and honey, which might be sperm and urine. Sounds crazy, right? It's like, is the solution in myself? It is. Because I know I could heal myself and I could heal my image. And maybe it's just a mind trick of myself. Maybe it's just a giant placebo effect. Because I believe so. It's a belief system. It's the belief that Shivambu Kalpa would help. But all these science, the science that I decoded, because I am full with spirit, and I just put it out into the chaos, because I am the coincidence. Coincidences. Are they like coincidences? Or is it just that, like, if there would be a coincidence, the coincidence would be the source. That's a pretty major understanding, right? Because if there would be something like a coincidence, so something which would be created out of order, out of no order, it has to be source, because otherwise how would it be able to manipulate the giant or the all? Maybe I'm just like I said, I'm a philosopher. I'm thinking way too much. I'm like, hey, you know, all these synapses and esoterics are just a rambling talk of nothing. Of nothing. Because it's only my voice, you know. Is it important what I say? What is the voice, dude? Well, first of all, the quest is, I have 5 senses. So do you. So the 5 senses basically dictate my understandings, my overstandings, my understandings. Going to the underworld, going to the inner world, going to the overworld. And basically then finding out that I only find out something about myself, about my belief system, about something that I created for myself. But basically, I was going so deep inside of me, and it's the same thing if you would go and travel the world. If you would go out there and look for something in the fractal universe, you would go somewhere, you would seem to travel somewhere, but all you would basically do is that you experience yourself. And this is a quest of perception and perspective, and this gets me to the black dot, which is your pupil, which is your eye, which is your imagination, which is my self, right? Or my cell phone, whatever. I mean, this is the whole trickery here. So let's go to the coincidence and to the sourcing aspect here one more time. So we are all source. I'm not claiming to be something better than you, but I'm claiming that we are all the black hole. We are all the black hole, which creates itself out of itself. So everything falls into the black hole, but everything also comes out of it. Which gets me into milk and honey and sperm and urine and alchemy and clearing up yourself of urine, because your blood becomes clearer over and over again when you would start to distill yourself with urine. So your urine also becomes clearer, so your mind becomes clearer. And your sperm that you basically would transfer into spiritual energy when you would, you could let it out at the bottom of you, which would be the down sections of your kundalini spine, or you could pump it up into your brain, and then you talk all these esoteric shits like I do, because you don't waste your semen. But yeah, I waste my semen because I just talk this shit here. And maybe it's even interesting to somebody, I don't know, hey, you know what? You know what you would get to in the end? You would get to that you would understand that even if you would talk to friends that I love, I love to be with my homeboys, homeboys, homegirls, homepoles, because everybody is basically a hermaphrodite. Everybody has both sexes. So I don't care if you are a female or if you're a male, because I love you, I have the resonation for you, and I love to be in your field. I love to be in your area. But hey, yeah, the coincidence and the source. So if there would be a coincidence, the coincidence would be the most powerful thing in this whole universe. Because the coincidence would dictate everything out of itself. The coincidence would be interrupting the whole picture, the whole image. The coincidence would be like, hey, you know what? I am the chaos, which means I am the magician. Because chaos is chaos. The Wizards of Oz, Harry Potter, wizards, witches, and why you think, if you would maybe listen to Bobby Hammett a lot, like witchcraft and satanistic things or occulted things, why you think all these religions, all the churches, all the belief systems, all the religions, they killed the spirit, they killed all the workings, because they work, the sigil magic works because you talk to your subconscious mind and you would create something out of yourself. So you would not had to use a slower format, which means from your head into your hand into the real world, but you would overstep the hand process. You would just put it directly from mind into matter. Directly. That's my master alchemy. And I'm not claiming that I can do this, but if you would really understand, the process stays, or the chain stays basically the same. The process stays the same, but it's just a shortcut. If you would do it in a long run or short run, that really doesn't matter, because it's mind anyways. But it's still an Ouroboros. It's a mystical system. So why the fuck am I even interested in that? You know, I'm interested in that because I literally care. I literally care about you, and I care about me, and I don't even know if you're interested in what I do. But I know what I do is very powerful. It is, because I see these things, which are in the occulted, in the hidden aspect, in the truth lays in the things that you do not consciously perceive, but you perceive them. So this is the black dot, the black substance. And this is why you only see a black mirror right in front of you, because you might only listen to my voice. And you could also just listen to a podcast, you could listen to, I don't know, like there is so many different softwares that we could use and we could get into. But in the end, you know, I know that I only perceive myself, and you should not even look at my videos, you should not listen to them, you should not. But what can I even tell you? What can I even tell you? Go out there and figure out your own stuff, you know, but I think the dilemma is here that it becomes better and better, and it becomes worse and worse, because we split the atom so far with so many different things, which is great, because like, hey, there's so much space and freedom, but why you think we put these datas onto a server? What do they serve? You know, it's a wave, it's a consciousness wave, it's just a curing in your mind. I mean, I love it to be with friends and to, you know, just like talk shit, talk the wisest things, and to take care about my field, to take care about myself, and you know, we just ride the wave, we just be together, and we just have the greatest moments together. We are laughing, we're talking shit, and we're in a social, real, alchemical situation where this whole thing happens as you could, it doesn't become realer than this. You perceive it with your whole image, with your whole senses, with your eyes, with your nose, with your skin, with your ears. You start to feel yourself in this. But no, what we do is we basically numb ourselves down, so everything just becomes like, it becomes more of a mind space, which is also a great thing. But it's basically only how my brain is functioning, and this is due to the experience that I had, you know, like, how do I move my mind, how do I move my body, how do I move my brain, right? And then I know basically that I don't move, but I create out of myself. So does everybody. I'm not better than anyone. It's just about a sign language, you know. What do you think graffiti is, or different symbols in front of you? What witchcraft is, wizardry. I mean, it's happening to you all the time, which leads me to the very first thing that I was talking about in the very first beginning, because so many beings lost their capacity to speak or to think for themselves, because they are under a spell of society and they're mind fucked. So am I, you know. My mind is sometimes so crazy, but at least I'm speaking from my own creative belief system. I'm speaking from my experiences. So But MK is basically mind control means that, and maybe my mind is controlled from a whole different realm and I'm not even aware of it. I think I'm this freedom here, but basically I'm getting influenced by a lot of different factors. Although I'm trying to, it just is what it is. Accept it the way it is. Do what you would like to do. Tolerance. Tools and rents. What I was decoding. Everything's tools. You don't own things. You just have them for a certain time, and then you would pass them on. And hopefully, I would go back to the spiritual realm, and maybe I'm coming back here. I don't know. But yeah, I create when I speak. So where would I like to go? I would like to make more moody, to support with the moody, the loved ones in real time that I see, and to be like, hey, this is great. We just share a great moment. Because what the fuck is it even in the end about? It's about being together, right? And then you have your own experience with something. That's what it is, You just own the moment. That's what you have, and then it seems like you build up something. All you build up is yourself, your own temple. That's what you experience. So the mind fuckery goes on, and the mind control goes on because you and I were putting our responsibility out into the hands and minds of others. And that's certainly what we have to do, because we experience ourselves through the others, and together we're one being, we're one and the same, out of different perceptions and perspectives. So this is why I say tools and rents, like, hey, have tolerance with your mirrors, have tolerance with yourself, because you are not your body, you're the donut, you are your field, you are the beings you surround yourself with, the spirits you surround yourself with, the informations that you surround yourself with. So that's what I am, and that's what I carry with me and myself. So this leads me also to the melding of minds effect. So I basically meld my alchemy with I am surrounded with. And it starts with diet, because your diet leads you to your deity, which is your godhood. So you live under a hood. But your God is yourself. See, I was looking for the God outside of me, but all I was chasing was my own self. Because the God I'm looking for is my best friend and is in me. Because I projected myself outside of myself. See, and then you start to realize that you do not have a body. And it's about the system or the movement that you support, the clubs you join. That's basically where you put your imagination into, and that's what will grow out of your own energy, because you are and I am the battery. Like, we are all little batteries, and we charge the things that we surround ourselves with, and we charge the things that we look at. Although I say the eyes are fooling. And obviously, of course, I love what I see. I love my eyes. I love my eyesight. But I should be very aware that I charge the things I'm looking at. And I was getting into these things when I was learning about sun gazing. Because obviously, if you look into the sun, you basically look into your own light. And then you just figure out later on that you are the black sun, you are the black soul, you are the black light, you are the darkness, charging the object you're looking at. One more time. You are the black soul charging the object you're looking at. Because you put your imagination there. And this is why I'm saying it becomes the hocus pocus focus, where I put my eyes, where I put myself. You see, and this gets into the field creation, this gets into the matrix grid. And why is it even? See, why the fuck am I making these videos? I'm still questioning myself here. Why am I channeling this John Shamanic shit? Why the fuck am I doing that? I was reminding myself to have a more grounded voice and to hang out more with love beings. And that's what I do, because these beings are me. It's the melding of minds. My friends and my family is myself. And I'm part of them because I'm charging them. And we are one and the same being. Like as within, so without, but also cosmically seen. Like the whole human race, it's a race, it's a rat race to nowhere, because it's now happening. It's only one and the same. And that gets me to the moment. And we are obviously fusing with little groups, you know, and then these groups become self-sustaining. These groups become self-organized. But still, it's a chaos, you know. But in the end, you know, of course, this gets me into the coincidental thing. If I am the coincidence. If I am the coincidence, I am the Joker. I am the Joker. I am the magician. I'm the wizard. I am creating out of the blackness. So I be back black. I'm the source. I'm going to repeat this. I'm the source, so are you. I'm the source, so are you. I'm the source, so are you. And the splitting of source is the separation, which is causing the problem, which is necessary for experience, but it's also the bizarre aspect of reality. Because reality is an image, a homage, a trick by my own mind that I was falling into because I did not decode my brain. But this is what I do here. I decode my brain and I just speak and observing myself. I'm just mirroring my voice, the voice of Germany. So I germ many beings. Because I decode language, which is basically signs. Zions. How would you pronounce different things? You know, this gets into sound beings and sound shapes, DMT beings, whatever. But in the end, you know, is that the goal? You know, to stay up in the hyper realm, stay up in the hyper room. You know, yeah, it's great because I know that I am the source looking out. So I only create myself, and I only, like, obviously everybody does that. but I'm aware of it, and so I can use it for the things that I would like to empower, I would like to see. So I put my energy into others so they can basically also spread better and sprout better. And this is the whole mind quest that you should ask yourself. Because on a matrix grid, only, I am going to tell that one more time, only your position and your mind space changes. But hey, I'm spelling myself with this, so I should be very aware of what I put out, so because this is what it will become, you know. I'm only speaking from experience here. But hey, you know, is it like, I mean, it's fun to me, you know, I'm talking to myself, you know, and I'm just getting better with making my own standpoints in the conversation with others, because I become better at speaking with and on my own. The quest here is, what do we think we are doing? What am I thinking I'm doing? Yeah, whatever, you know, I think technology is very strange because basically we're social beings, but this technology is basically separating us. And what I'm trying to do here is, the bizarre aspect is that I'm making it even worse with making these videos because I'm supporting the shit. I'm supporting the shit. But at least I'm organizing and speaking out what I want to see, because I am a chaos being, I am a magician, I speak and so it will become, and my spirit will not be killed because I have an open mind and I have an open soul, and I let everybody participate in that, and I let everybody participate in death, because as you know, the worst thing that would basically happen is if you start to not shine your dark light, if you would not start to be yourself. See, and through it's a process anyways, you know, because if you would go to university and then you would finish your degree, what happens then? Right? All right, you would go somewhere and you would do a certain thing, and what's happening then? Oh yeah, now it's the next thing, right? So obviously we need the next thing to continue this rat race to nowhere, which I'm going to say it one more time, it's a race to now. So to one, which is zero, because it's a circle. The zero equal the circle, which is the Ouroboros, the snake eating its own tail, which gets into urine drinking, which gets into a lot of different things, which gets into the yin and yang, fusing, the melding of minds, the brain matter. I see this mind control, it's funny to me because I think that it's working on so many beings, and I don't even know if they are real. Are they self-realized? To what degree, to what point? Because what do they consume? I mean, I would even get the shot, you know. I would get the shot. But would it make it better? Yeah, it's about your mind space. It's about your, like, freedom is a subconscious, conscious decision. Because the freedom is only occurring, like, for all these hippies out there, you better listen. Like, you think you would only eat nature, so you would be free? No, you still live in separation because you think there is this evil force outside of you which is dictating you. This is why I'm talking about the black dot and Bobby Hammett and the self-realization aspect. Whatever, it's all the same to me. It doesn't matter because I look out into my own soul window. So to say that I would only ingest nature and build up a garden where I would plant my seeds. This is basically my YouTube channel because I'm planting seeds of gnosis and knowledge, knowledge of self. And it starts with diet. It starts with it starts with what you put in your mouth. But if you've done all the shit, if you've done all the diets, what is there else to do? Like, get the vax shot. Get it. What then? You know? I mean, it's a question of mind space. It's a question of body position. It's a quest of pupil perception. And this is why I'm saying mind control. Every being is controlled by somebody else as long as they are not realizing that they look into their image, which is obviously their imagination. Because their matter is not really there. You would understand what I'm talking about here when you would start to fast, when you would start to distill yourself down, when you would start to hold maybe Shivambu into your mouth. And I cannot really describe how this process is done. I could try to describe it through these mysteries. But hey, life is a mystery. So the tone of my voice should be more grounded in order to help you to realize yourself. But brain chemically, it's a question of where you would like to go. And that's why I'm saying it one more time. I don't go anywhere. I'm just inspiring other seeds to supersede themselves. And this starts with the word crafting, the word spelling, the word magic, your imagination, clearing out your senses, and then controlling your image or controlling your mind space, and then letting go of control. You know, like, hey, you know what? Fuck it. It is what it is. It's all the same anyways. It's all one. So I just take care about myself. I just take care about what I perceive. And I'm a very big supporter of long-term relationships. I'm a very big supporter of long-term supportive acts, because in the first place, long-term processes really get you into the deeper aspects of yourself. And if you would do that, you would understand the dark matter, you would understand the dots, you would understand the nothing, the endless travel into one, which is the same, you know, and it gets you into the inner standing of things. So let's ground myself, you know. I was eating a good kebab today. I was enjoying that. That was great, you know, having a good time with my boys. And now I'm having a good time with myself because I'm going back home with my girlfriend. I'm going to have a little walk in here. And when I've done that, you know, I'm finding out what I'm looking at. I'm finding out what I'm spelling out. So I'm continuing to share movements and to share spellings, and through this you basically would understand that you are looking into me. Oh, there I am. You want to have some light? You have it already. So this is basically what you are. You look into myself, which is a mirror of you. Oh, crazy. This is what these mirrors are basically teaching us. I love you. Truthfulness, compassion, tolerance. Stay black.